Have you ever heard the rumors that the world would end in 2025? Well, 2025 has passed, and the world is still standing. But what about 2026? What could happen in the coming year? Could some parts of our world face unprecedented challenges? The answer is unsettling yet possible. In this documentary, we explore what 2026 might hold and how global intelligence, emerging technologies, and hidden conflicts could reshape our understanding of security and power. Before we begin, like, subscribe, and share this video, and tell us in the comments what you imagine 2026 will look like. As 2026 dawns, intelligence agencies around the world are already recalibrating, adapting to new technologies, and anticipating challenges before they manifest publicly. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, and predictive analytics have become central to their strategies. Human intelligence operatives, known quietly as HUMINT officers, remain critical, acting as the eyes and ears on the ground to contextualize data collected by autonomous drones, satellite reconnaissance, and cyber networks. The Persian Gulf remains a region of subtle tension and intense intelligence maneuvering. The United Arab Emirates has invested heavily in cyber infrastructure, monitoring regional communications, maritime traffic, and strategic technological transfers. Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, continues to rely on human networks, deep alliances, and regional influence in Africa, Yemen, and the Horn of Africa. Signals, messages, and intercepted communications are quietly collected, analyzed, and acted upon, creating a delicate balance in which visibility could mean vulnerability and secrecy is absolute power. In Europe, the war in Ukraine has evolved into a multi-layered intelligence battlefield. Russia continues to leverage AI-driven predictive models to anticipate Ukrainian troop movements, NATO strategies, and logistical vulnerabilities. Ukrainian intelligence teams, supported by international technical advisors, employ cyber operations to disrupt communications, monitor supply chains, and protect critical infrastructure. Drones fly continuously. Satellites capture high-resolution imagery, and intercepted signals feed into an analytical web that predicts movements and potential outcomes. Each side's operation influences the other in real time, creating a dynamic cycle of observation, prediction, and countermeasures. South Asia is no less intense. Pakistan and India continue to test each other through satellite reconnaissance, cyber monitoring, and human intelligence operations. Private intelligence contractors increasingly supplement state capabilities, providing geospatial analysis, encrypted communication interception, and specialized reconnaissance. This blending of state and private resources creates a layered intelligence environment where the line between who is observing and who is being observed is blurred. Every intercepted message, every analyzed satellite image, and every subtle movement contributes to a larger strategic picture. Meanwhile, Israel maintains precision and discretion in its intelligence operations. Teams monitor regional developments, track technological transfers, and analyze security communications, particularly in areas influenced by Gulf dynamics. Signals intelligence, cyber surveillance, and human operatives ensure a continuous flow of information, allowing for swift operational decisions without public exposure. Every detail, from a shift in communications to the trace of new technology, is noted, analyzed, and acted upon immediately. Technological evolution in 2026 amplifies intelligence capabilities dramatically. AI and machine learning can now analyze millions of intercepted communications in seconds, predicting political instability, emerging threats, and military movements days or weeks before they occur. Autonomous drones patrol conflict zones, border areas, and high-risk locations, streaming real-time data to analysts. Cyber tools infiltrate networks with minimal detection, providing operatives with actionable insights while reducing personal risk. The combination of AI, cyber operations, and human intelligence creates a reactive, highly efficient intelligence ecosystem capable of operating across borders and domains. Proxy conflicts and silent operations have become central to global strategy. Yemen, Sudan, and the Horn of Africa remain critical theaters where the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Israel pursue strategic objectives. Covert sabotage, supply chain interference, and targeted information campaigns occur without open warfare, yet they shift the balance of regional influence. Analysts emphasize that understanding intent, capability, and context is as important as gathering the information itself. In the modern intelligence world, raw data is only as valuable as the analysis applied to it. Cyber warfare continues to dominate the strategic landscape. Nation-states and private operatives use advanced software to infiltrate critical infrastructure, disrupt communications, and manipulate financial systems. Encryption, AI-driven monitoring, and advanced cyber countermeasures create an ongoing battle between defenders and attackers. Digital deception and misinformation campaigns are now standard tactics, making every intercepted communication a mix of truth and manipulation. The challenge for intelligence officers is no longer just collection, but discerning signal from noise in a world of increasingly complex digital operations. Artificial intelligence is now not only a tool, but a battlefield itself. Predictive models simulate political, economic, and military scenarios in real time, allowing agencies to allocate resources, prioritize targets, and anticipate adversary moves with unprecedented speed. However, adversaries also exploit AI, feeding false data, manipulating algorithms, and deploying counterintelligence strategies to deceive predictive systems. Maintaining a balance between technological trust and human judgment becomes essential for accurate, actionable intelligence. Human intelligence, or HUMINT, remains indispensable. Field operatives verify and cyber-collected data, providing nuanced insight that machines alone cannot replicate. Cultural context, regional knowledge, and the human ability to interpret intent make HUMINT critical to operational success. In 2026, a combination of AI, cyber surveillance, and human judgment defines the edge between effective strategic decision-making and failure. Intelligence operations increasingly rely on interconnected networks, synthesizing data from satellites, intercepted communications, cyber operations, and field reports. Private intelligence contractors fill critical gaps, offering expertise in geospatial analysis, technological monitoring, and encrypted communications. Each decision, whether tactical or strategic, depends on multidimensional insight drawn from technology, human intelligence, and predictive analytics. In the Gulf, subtle competition shapes operational priorities. UAE cyber units enhance intrusion detection and counter-surveillance, while Saudi agencies expand human networks and reinforce alliances. Understanding intent, anticipating moves, and shaping outcomes quietly is central to their strategy. These patterns reflect global intelligence trends, emphasizing discretion, foresight, and technological integration. The Ukraine conflict illustrates the evolution of modern intelligence. Both Russian and Ukrainian operations highlight predictive analysis, integrated monitoring, and the interplay of drones, cyber tools, and satellite imagery. Each side's intelligence measures directly influence the other, creating a continuous cycle of action, observation, and counteraction. Lessons learned here influence global intelligence practices, shaping strategies far beyond Europe. South Asia demonstrates the rise of layered intelligence. Pakistan and India blend satellite reconnaissance, cyber monitoring, HUMINT, and private contractors, creating a network capable of anticipating threats in real time. Decisions are informed by predictive analytics and human insight, reflecting the increasing importance of speed, accuracy, and interpretation in intelligence operations. Israel's approach continues to focus on precision, discretion, and technological leverage. Monitoring regional developments, communication patterns, and technology transfers ensures strategic awareness without public exposure. Signals intelligence, cyber surveillance, and field operations provide early warnings and operational clarity. Integration of AI, human, and cyber tools allows for rapid response to emerging threats. As 2026 unfolds, intelligence operations exemplify seamless integration of human skill, technology, and predictive analysis. Autonomous drones, AI analytics, cyber tools, and private contractors form an interconnected global network. Each intercepted message, analyzed pattern, and operational decision contributes to an evolving strategic landscape. The modern intelligence battlefield is no longer confined to geography. It spans cyberspace, satellites, and operatives thousands of miles from traditional conflict zones. Proxy conflicts, covert operations, and silent sabotage in Yemen, Sudan, and the Horn of Africa highlight the evolving nature of global intelligence. UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Israeli operatives pursue overlapping objectives, sometimes cooperating, sometimes competing, but always monitoring each other. Success in 2026 relies on discretion, predictive capability, and rapid decision-making. By the first third of 2026, global intelligence trends are clear. Dominance in information, technology, and predictive insight defines power. AI, cyber operations, autonomous monitoring, and human judgment combine to create a multidimensional intelligence ecosystem. Each signal, pattern, and operational decision matters, influencing regional and global outcomes. As 2026 progresses, the intelligence world faces a complex tapestry of emerging challenges, technological revolutions, and geopolitical shifts. Beyond the Gulf, Europe, and South Asia, new hotspots emerge, some driven by political instability, others by economic pressures, and still others by environmental crises. Experts across continents warn that the coming year may test not only strategic intelligence capabilities, but also the resilience of nations in unprecedented ways. Before we dive deeper, like, subscribe, and comment your predictions for 2026. Share this video with friends who follow global intelligence and geopolitical developments. In Africa, proxy conflicts and localized unrest continue to demand attention. Yemen's fragile peace remains tentative. Sudan experiences intermittent unrest, and the Horn of Africa is a hotspot for international interests. Intelligence operatives monitor these regions through advanced drones, satellite imagery, and covert field networks. Each subtle movement, whether an unusual troop deployment, a sudden shift in local governance, or a change in supply routes, feeds into a broader intelligence narrative. Analysts emphasize that in 2026, even small actions can trigger far-reaching consequences across borders. Meanwhile, the rise of autonomous surveillance technologies has reshaped intelligence operations. AI-driven drones, capable of continuous reconnaissance and data analysis, patrol contested regions with minimal human intervention. In high-risk zones, these drones relay real-time feeds, detecting patterns of movement and suspicious activity. Predictive analytics now allows intelligence agencies to anticipate disruptions in supply chains, insurgent movements, and potential flashpoints weeks before they unfold. This proactive approach contrasts sharply with past reactive strategies, giving agencies an unprecedented edge. Cyber warfare continues to dominate the global stage. Advanced Persistent Threats, APTs, now target not only state infrastructures, but also private sector networks, financial systems, and critical supply chains. Nation-states exploit AI and machine learning to uncover vulnerabilities, manipulate communications, and conduct disinformation campaigns. Intelligence analysts must sift through vast amounts of data to distinguish authentic signals from noise, a challenge compounded by the growing sophistication of adversaries' tactics. The lines between state-sponsored operations and independent hacker collectives blur, complicating attribution and strategic response. The Indo-Pacific region remains a focus of high-stakes intelligence operations. Rising tensions between China, India, and neighboring states fuel satellite reconnaissance missions, cyber surveillance, and human intelligence networks. Analysts monitor military exercises, supply chain logistics, and regional alliances to assess potential threats and anticipate future maneuvers. Private intelligence contractors play a growing role, providing specialized expertise in technological monitoring, encrypted communications, and geospatial analysis. Climate-related intelligence is also emerging as a critical domain. In 2026, analysts pay attention to water scarcity, extreme weather events, and environmental disruptions that could trigger social unrest or strategic instability. Satellite imagery and predictive modeling allow agencies to track these developments in near real time, anticipating the secondary effects on population movements, resource conflicts, and regional security. Experts caution that environmental changes are not just humanitarian concerns, they are increasingly strategic variables shaping global intelligence priorities. Health intelligence, too, takes center stage. Global monitoring networks track disease outbreaks, vaccination patterns, and public health responses. Predictive analytics help agencies forecast the potential for pandemics or localized epidemics, assessing how they could disrupt critical infrastructure, economies, and military readiness. In 2026, intelligence officers integrate health data into broader strategic assessments, highlighting the intersection of security, technology, and human vulnerability. The Middle East continues to evolve as a region of quiet but intense competition. UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Israel leverage advanced cyber tools, human networks, and technological intelligence to track developments. Analysts focus on energy security, trade routes, technological transfers, and regional alliances. Each intercepted message, digital signal, and logistical anomaly contributes to a nuanced understanding of regional power dynamics. Secrecy and discretion remain essential, as public visibility could compromise operations and alter the balance of influence. Europe remains vigilant as intelligence units monitor the ongoing impact of conflicts, economic volatility, and social unrest. The lessons learned from Ukraine, including the use of AI-driven predictive modeling, autonomous drones, and cyber monitoring, inform strategies across the continent. European intelligence agencies also focus on hybrid threats, such as misinformation campaigns and coordinated cyber disruptions, which challenge traditional concepts of warfare. North America and its intelligence networks adapt rapidly to technological and geopolitical changes. Agencies integrate AI-driven monitoring, human intelligence, and global data analytics to predict emerging threats. Cyber tools penetrate potential adversary networks, while autonomous surveillance tracks activity across critical infrastructure, strategic locations, and conflict zones. Analysts emphasize predictive insights, using data from multiple domains to forecast instability, resource scarcity, and potential conflicts. In Asia, tensions along disputed borders, maritime routes, and trade corridors demand continuous monitoring. Pakistan and India maintain layered intelligence operations, integrating satellite reconnaissance, cyber monitoring, and field intelligence. Each decision is informed by real-time analytics, predictive modeling, and human insight. Intelligence officers face the constant challenge of distinguishing routine activity from strategic shifts that could escalate regional conflicts. Emerging technologies define the battlefield in 2026. Artificial intelligence, autonomous drones, cyber surveillance, and advanced encryption shape the way nations perceive and respond to threats. Private intelligence firms contribute technical expertise, supplementing state capabilities with specialized services. The modern intelligence ecosystem is interconnected, responsive, and global, no longer confined to traditional borders or battlefields. Experts warn that in 2026, visibility is vulnerability. Covert operations, subtle interference, and strategic deception dominate intelligence priorities. Every intercepted message, every anomaly in satellite imagery, and every pattern in cyber communications can redefine regional influence. Agencies understand that preemptive analysis and rapid decision-making are essential. To maintain strategic advantage, intelligence also extends into societal dynamics. Analysts monitor political movements, social unrest, and public sentiment, often predicting potential flashpoints before they emerge. Social media analysis, AI-driven pattern recognition, and field intelligence converge to provide a holistic understanding of human behavior and decision-making. In 2026, intelligence officers must navigate the complexity of information ecosystems where truth, rumor, and manipulation coexist. Proxy conflicts in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia continue silently, but with strategic implications. Operations rarely make headlines, yet they shape regional influence. UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Israel execute their objectives quietly, sometimes aligning, sometimes competing. Analysts recognize that the silent maneuvers of operatives, combined with technological capabilities, define the power balance far more effectively than conventional displays of force. Cyber deception and disinformation are now central to intelligence operations. Coordinated campaigns target adversary decision-making, creating confusion, uncertainty, and strategic hesitation. Intelligence officers must validate each data point, distinguish between authentic information and manipulation, and act decisively based on analysis. In 2026, the battle for truth becomes as critical as conventional military engagement. Health, environment, and technology converge in intelligence planning. Analysts incorporate epidemiological data, climate predictions, and technological disruptions into broader security assessments. The interconnectedness of global systems highlights vulnerabilities and opportunities, demanding nuanced understanding and proactive intervention. 2026 demonstrates that intelligence is no longer limited to military or political domains. It spans human health, environmental security, economic stability, and technological dominance. By mid-2026, the intelligence landscape reflects a complex integration of predictive analytics, human judgment, technological surveillance, and geopolitical awareness. Autonomous drones, cyber networks, satellite reconnaissance, and private contractors form an intertwined system, capturing signals and patterns across continents. Covert operations, subtle maneuvers, and strategic deception define the silent struggle for global influence. The world in 2026 is interconnected yet fragile. From environmental disruptions to cyber threats, proxy conflicts to political instability, intelligence agencies navigate a landscape where anticipation, discretion, and technological superiority are paramount. Success depends on the ability to observe without being observed, predict without certainty, and act decisively in a world where every action and every signal has consequences. As 2026 advances, intelligence agencies worldwide brace for an era defined by rapid technological evolution, unconventional threats, and unpredictable geopolitical shifts. A year promises not just challenges, but transformative changes that may redefine the very nature of espionage and strategic intelligence. Before we dive deeper, remember to like, subscribe, and comment below your predictions for 2026. Share this video to engage friends in discussing the future of global intelligence. Artificial intelligence continues to revolutionize operations. In 2026, predictive AI models have grown exponentially in sophistication. They can simulate potential military maneuvers, forecast cyber attacks, and predict economic disruptions with unprecedented precision. Intelligence officers increasingly rely on AI not just for analysis, but for scenario planning and preemptive decision-making. The integration of AI with autonomous drones, satellite reconnaissance, and cyber surveillance allows agencies to see patterns invisible to human operators alone. Every digital footprint, intercepted communication, and subtle anomaly contributes to a global intelligence map updated in real time. Cyber warfare reaches new levels of complexity. State and non-state actors employ sophisticated malware, AI-driven intrusion tools, and quantum encryption-breaking methods. Critical infrastructures, energy grids, transportation networks, and financial systems are under constant digital scrutiny. Agencies conduct offensive and defensive cyber operations simultaneously, often in multiple continents at once. Analysts emphasize that in 2026, cybersecurity is inseparable from national security. A single vulnerability, if exploited, can trigger cascading effects across regions. The Middle East remains a high-stakes intelligence arena. UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Israel continue operations with discretion and technological precision. Human networks, advanced cyber tools, and satellite monitoring converge to anticipate regional shifts. Analysts track everything from emerging trade alliances to technological transfers, energy routes, and subtle political alignments. Covert operations, rarely visible to the public, maintain strategic influence, while regional tensions provide real-time data for intelligence evaluation. Europe faces a spectrum of challenges. Hybrid threats ranging from disinformation campaigns to cyber attacks on public utilities require multi-layered intelligence responses. Lessons from previous conflicts, including Ukraine, inform strategies combining AI-driven predictive modeling with human insight. European intelligence agencies continue to refine approaches to detect early signs of political instability, economic stress, and cross-border threats, often working in collaboration with allied nations to optimize data sharing and operational coordination. In South Asia, the persistent tension between Pakistan and India drives continuous intelligence operations. Satellite reconnaissance, cyber monitoring, and on-ground human networks are integrated with AI to anticipate troop movements, border skirmishes, and supply chain vulnerabilities. Predictive models assess likely escalations, helping agencies prepare contingency plans in real time. Private intelligence contractors supplement state efforts, providing specialized technological insights that increase the granularity of intelligence assessments. Proxy conflicts in Africa, the Horn of Africa, and Yemen continue to shape regional influence quietly. These conflicts rarely capture headlines, but are strategically significant. Intelligence operations monitor logistical routes, detect covert sabotage, and map alliances among local actors. Each subtle movement, every intercepted signal, and all field observations feed into a larger understanding of the shifting balance of power. Analysts emphasize that in 2026, the most critical influence often occurs in the shadows, away from public scrutiny. Environmental intelligence becomes increasingly central. Climate disruptions, water scarcity, and extreme weather events can trigger social unrest, economic instability, and regional conflicts. Intelligence analysts integrate environmental data with socio-political monitoring, identifying regions where ecological shifts could catalyze strategic challenges. Predictive models help agencies plan proactive measures to mitigate risks, reflecting a broader understanding that environmental factors are now inseparable from security planning. Health intelligence expands its influence. Global disease surveillance, predictive epidemiology, and real-time monitoring of health crises allow intelligence agencies to anticipate the social, economic, and security implications of emerging outbreaks. The integration of health data into strategic planning demonstrates a holistic approach, where national security encompasses human well-being, public health, and the resilience of critical infrastructure. Emerging espionage innovations define 2026. Stealth drones, micro-surveillance devices, AI-assisted field agents, and autonomous cyber operatives redefine how intelligence is gathered and acted upon. Technological integration ensures real-time analysis, predictive operational planning, and rapid strategic response. Private contractors contribute advanced expertise in cyber intelligence, data analytics, and technological reconnaissance, further enhancing state capabilities. Global experts warn that 2026 may see unprecedented intelligence challenges. Economic volatility, emerging conflicts, technological escalation, and environmental stressors combine to create a volatile landscape. Analysts emphasize that adaptability, foresight, and technological integration will determine which nations maintain influence and security in this evolving environment. Human intuition and AI-driven predictive insights converge to guide decisions in ways previously unimaginable. In 2026, the boundaries between warfare, intelligence, and civil infrastructure blur. Cyber threats target not only governments, but entire societies. Predictive modeling anticipates potential crises, from political instability to environmental catastrophe. Covert operations, disinformation campaigns, and strategic deception are now essential tools of influence. Every intercepted communication, digital anomaly, and subtle behavioral shift feeds into global intelligence frameworks, shaping policy, strategy, and response. Asia-Pacific dynamics, particularly maritime and border disputes, continue to attract intelligence focus. Monitoring troop deployments, trade routes, and technological advancements remains critical. Private intelligence firms supplement traditional state operations, providing satellite analysis, cyber monitoring, and encrypted communications intelligence. In 2026, intelligence operations are increasingly global, continuous, and interconnected, transcending traditional borders and conventional definitions of espionage. Experts highlight that the silent struggle for influence through covert operations, cyber warfare, and strategic intelligence is more significant than overt conflict. Nations understand that visibility is vulnerability. Secrecy and anticipation dictate advantage. In 2026, the intelligence ecosystem integrates human insight, technological innovation, predictive modeling, and global situational awareness, enabling unprecedented operational foresight. Ultimately, 2026 illustrates that intelligence is no longer confined to traditional arenas. Geopolitics, technology, environmental challenges, public health, and societal trends intertwine. Agencies operate in a complex, multi-domain environment where foresight, discretion, and rapid adaptation define success. The silent, continuous, and intelligent observation of global patterns determines which nations remain secure, influential, and prepared for the unpredictable challenges that the rest of the year may bring. The year 2026, Global Intelligence, Hidden Wars, and Unseen Challenges description with disclaimer. Explore the hidden world of global intelligence in 2026, from cyber warfare, AI-driven espionage, and proxy conflicts to environmental and health intelligence shaping nation strategies. This documentary-style video reveals how covert operations, advanced technologies, and predictive analytics are reshaping security and influence worldwide. Disclaimer: this content is for informational and documentary purposes only, based on expert analysis and open-source intelligence. It does not promote or endorse any political stance, nation, or agency. Viewer discretion is advised. Watch, like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the latest intelligence insights. Comment below your predictions for 2026 and how you think global dynamics will shift.